Can you catch a shooting star? Maybe, here at the observatory. And next to me for the broadcast, the one and only Johnny Nelson.
It's going to be unbelievable. The fans, everybody around the world, the fighters. This is just one of those things.
It's time for our tale of the tape. Up first is Unbreakable. And they'll be facing Saul Alvarez. He's only 20 years old, but look at all of the experience. He weighed in at 151 pounds even.
This is it. This is that fight. This is that argument. I don't know what to expect.
First up we have the Unbreakable from Ireland. So here comes Saul Alvarez, nicknamed Canelo.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Ireland. Wearing the white trunks trimmed with yellow. Unbreakable! Fighting out of the blue corner. And now introducing from Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico. At 20 years of age, he is undefeated in his campaign with a record of 36 wins, no losses, 1 draw with 25 wins coming by way of knockout. Please welcome the young undefeated world contender, Saul Canelo Alvarez.
What a pleasure to be in this unique environment. Every seat has been taken for tonight's match.
All right, it's a privilege and an honor to be here. I feel so lucky to be sat here talking about something I love.
What a great venue and what a great matchup. Cannot wait for this one. We're expecting an all-action slugfest. And he misses with that jab. He throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. This is some of the best action I've seen in any round, anywhere this year. These two have been going at it on social media, and now finally, they're about to go at it in the ring.
You can walk into an arena and be the hero. The pressure, the expectation, the desire from the fans. You can't get away from it. Ignore them. Lock it up. I know it's hard. I can hardly hear you, Todd. You've got to ignore them. Get on with your job.
Beautiful counter punch. Straight right just misses. Missing with the hook. Nice counter shot. Jab slightly off target. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Nice counters. Well done with that counter shot. This fighter told us yesterday, I don't get paid by the minute. I'm going to go in there and try and knock my opponent out as soon as possible.
Sluggers are an absolute nightmare. They will stay in your face, not give you a breather, not step back when you think, all right, let's have a breather. They want to get stuck right in.
Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fight to get out there and get the job done.
Good man, good man. But we don't care. Go out there and win this next round.
That right hand's beautiful. That's it. Just start working a few body shots in there. Vary up a little bit.
Be smart when you go out there. Just take the round off, win the round on your jab, and then breathe when you're stepping around. I need you to switch back on. Get focused. Get
On already. Just make sure you follow through. Don't let him post through this one.
And there's the bell for round 2. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
That counter shot lands. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Nope, that jab not going to score. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
You're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching you every move, that every twitch.
Catch and shoot. He blocks the uppercut. And now they're trying to get into their opponent's head. Good counter punching. Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? Punch, counter punch. Not a lot of defense here at all. There's a counter shot. Those counter punches have to hurt. Good job stopping that uppercut. Counter punch caught him clean. They exchange punches. One punch could change the entire complexion of this fight. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. About a one-sided 3 minutes we just saw.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
Come on, you're getting back into this. You're better than this, kid.
Good work. Now that's it. Now breathe. Just get your breath back.
Basics. Just get your rhythm back and we go again. I need
You weren't loading up, but you were still landing your power shots. Good work. Don't forget the jab.
And there's the bell to start round 3. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Perfect counter shot. Nice counter shot. It's always fascinating to watch two good welterweights because they've got flurry hand speed and good power.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
And he scores with the counter. And this with that jab. Well, we knew this was going to happen. Some taunting.
When are we going to see a jab from these two?
Energy and endurance are not an issue for this fighter who continues to be aggressive as the rounds wear on.
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out of the way, box him. Frustrating, because if you let him get away with it, he blows you down.
Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
He threw a punch and just got countered. And that left hook doesn't find its target. Canelo Alvarez just got rocked in a big way. We almost saw a knockout a second ago, and now they're going toe-to-toe.
Defense, defense, defense is everything, because they got shot once, they know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense, work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. The perfect counter lands. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't...
Get your mind back in the top.
On to the fourth we go. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
How about that time counter shot? What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
It's all offense all the time. Beautiful counter shot. No rest for the weary. Miss with that jab. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's up. Oh my word, Canelo just got clipped. A big heavy blow, and Saul is down.
1, 2, 3, 4. Can you continue?
They're on their feet, but is this the beginning of the end?
He's up, but for how long? Look at that. On the heels, look at, there's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. It just takes one more clear shot, a clean one, then he's out of there.
Halfway through the round, and they're struggling a little bit.
It's that forever hope. Remember the fight at Evander Holyfield? He could be behind on points up until the last 10 seconds, but he's fighting like he's going to put it back. That's the kind of hope we need to see.
Is beginning to take its toll. Nice job by him to block that jab. Nice counter punch. Walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. And he scores with the counter. Final 10 seconds here, and the corner better get warmed up. They've got some work to do. He's been knocked down, but at least not knocked out yet.
You've been put down, you've got to think right, survive, and then...
On to the fifth we go. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle. He's got to bluff him.
Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Apparently hitting his opponent in the face isn't enough. He wants to rub it in. Good defense on that right hook. How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through?
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. Swing and a miss with the jab. Hook doesn't land. Both men step back for just a moment. Good punch. Very competitive round with 10 seconds left. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
Come on, breathe. I need you to focus on what you're doing. You don't want to lose this
Right. I love that. I love that. That jab's slick.
Go back out there and win the round. Get back behind your jab.
Just keep him on the end of that jab and you're getting your time in already.
Get back on. Get focused. Get your minds on the job. Get back out.
Let's start the sixth. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
Good-looking right hook, but that was blocked. Those counter punches have to hurt. Swing and a miss with that jab. Good one. The work rate is down. The head isn't moving as well, Johnny. Fatigue is starting to set in.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if...
Oh my God, Johnny! We've never seen Canelo in this sort of trouble.
I thought we were going to see the finish there.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. Nice counter. Misses with the straight left. You'd like to see more jabs. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important.
And there's the bell for round 7. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Well, Johnny, as you know, there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive.
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
Well, I guess he's decided he's going to taunt his opponent now. Well done with that counter shot. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you've cheated, now we're going to find out.
Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Looks like a little bit of a strategy change here, loosening up the technique. Left uppercut doesn't score. This fighter's certainly not going to out-throw their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Nice job to block that uppercut. Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next round, you're getting it. You're going to get it. Kitchen sink.
Good round. Good round. I like that. I'm happy.
There's the bell to start round 8. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Can't land the jab there. You don't see a lot of welterweights that can bring you one-punch KO power, but these two can.
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight, fire with fight. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
A perfect counter lands. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Nice counter punch right up the middle.
Swinging big and missing big with that hook.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got level skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those point areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You just got to try and cut them, skim them, go for speed.
Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Canelo in serious jeopardy here, going to the canvas. What an upset here as Alvarez goes down.
1, 2, 3, 4.
How about that will to win and refusal to stay down as this fight continues?
Got to look at his corner, look for the instructions. They're telling him to calm down, make the most of the count, get up, breathe, and move. Get behind the referee, save yourself a bit of time. You just need to make your way back to the corner, somehow get to the end of the round.
They're happy this round's coming to an end. 10 seconds left. Pretty lopsided decision there, a unanimous one.
Unanimous. You know what? Smart that is. A total change of styles to make sure they got it. Had every round in the bag. There was no argument, no discussion, no mistake. It was so obvious.